Welcome, true crime lovers. This is Underage and Full of Rage. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Underage and Full of Rage, the podcast where the convicted are minors and their crimes are anything but. I am your host, Becky, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Adam.
Hello, it's me, hello.
So today we are in Rector, Arkansas. Rector is, really, already? Rector is located at the southern, is it because it's like, do you think of an anus?
Yeah, because it's so close to rectum.
Okay. So Rector is located at the southern center of Clay County at the intersection of Highway 49 and 90. It is surrounded by rich farmland and considered a beautiful place to live with several outdoor activities, clubs, organizations, and churches in the area. As of 2025, there were 1,791 people living there, which I feel like is not a lot.
It's very tiny.
And regardless of all Rector has to offer, it has seen a decline in its population over the years. Which as I was reading that off, I was like, I feel like I say that about every place we do, but I feel like that's what the websites about those places say. So I'm truly like, I would like to know what it's actually like.
It's one company that writes these things for all of them.
Yeah, it's almost like when April has to make up, or Donna Meagle makes up the dogs.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of dogs around here, saved like Ron Howard or something from burning buildings. I can't remember who it is, but right?
This is the dog from blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. That's just what I feel like. I feel like it's just like the most generic thing. They just like paste it in, like, okay, come to Rector.
This fits everywhere.
Yeah. So our story takes place back in 1995 when police receive a call from a woman who lives in Florida. She tells them that she is worried about the Flick family who were supposed to come and visit her, but as of now, they have failed to show up when they were expected, and no one can seem to get a hold of them. So, the Flick family at this time are living in Rector, Arkansas, and they consist of 36-year-old David, 34-year-old Barbara, 17-year-old Aaron, and 11-year-old Andrea. So Barbara had Aaron from a previous relationship, making David his stepdad and Andrea his half-sister. According to friends, there was tension brewing within the Flick home, and it was said that the family had been having some issues with Aaron. According to friends of the Flicks, the family had expressed concerns over Aaron's behavior recently. Barbara and David had mentioned knives being hidden, someone manipulating the gas stove so the gas wouldn't be released, as well as having to change Andrea's bedroom lock to a lock and key. Well, so for
crazy
the gas thing, to me, what would be the purpose of that? Wouldn't you want it so it's like continuously leaking gas so it would kill people? Like, what does not allowing it to leak gas do?
I feel like you're just fucking with people so they can't use the stove.
Oh, like, what the hell? Like, the gas is out again?
Yeah,
or
like in Tacoma FD when she's cooking the popcorn.
What?
When Salazar's cooking the popcorn in Tacoma FD.
Oh, yeah.
What's taking the shower.
Yes. I thought you were talking about Lucy, because I was like, when is she cooking popcorn? But yeah, so that was the only thing I was confused about. I was like, I don't get what purpose that what purpose that would serve. But I guess if you're just fucking with somebody, that makes sense.
Not trying to kill him.
Just being like a dick.
Yeah.
Like I could see somebody who's a bad prankster being like, it's a prank. And it's like, no, but that's not funny. So, right? But the thing with Andrea's room, they had to change her bedroom lock to a lock and key because he was apparently breaking into her room pretty regularly and stealing her allowance. Like, you're 17 and she's 11. Like, that's sad.
What are you doing?
Right? But why does an 11-year-old have more money than a 17-year-old is another thing I was wondering. But I guess maybe if she was like saving like her birthday money or something like that, he would just like steal it, which kind of sucks too. Like you're a dick.
Yeah.
Like fuck you. Also I feel like this, like if this is what they were telling people, I wonder what else was going on that they were
The stuff
probably
they kept secret.
yeah, that they were probably like keeping buttoned up, you know? I feel like there's got to be more than that, right?
Definitely.
So on Friday, October 13th, 1995, the local high school is celebrating their homecoming. In attendance is 17-year-old Aaron Flick, one of the 4 family members who was recently reported as missing, and according to those in Florida, was also supposed to be there, not in I think it's Paragould. It's Paragould. Paragould.
Sounds like Paragould.
Paragould. At so he basically was also supposed to be with his family in Florida, not there at homecoming. Paragould is it's about like 20 or 30 minutes away from Rector, kind of like depending on what route you take. Mm-hmm. And that's according to Google Maps, so if this is wrong, take it up with them. I don't want to hear about it. According to Google Maps, depending on the route, it's either like 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, done. So when the police find out he is in Paragould, what am I going with? Paragould? Yeah. I'm going to go with Paragould. It's the OU that makes me want to go, ooh. You know, the Paragould. So, but I'm going to say Paragould. Okay. If I could say that one more time. At the homecoming dance, one of the officers decides to head over after finding out he's there. So they head over to the police station, you know, to help track him down because obviously he's not missing and could most likely provide, you know, some much needed information about the situation and possibly like where's the rest of the family. So when this officer arrives at the station, it's around 1 a.m. And now it's technically Saturday, October 14th. The officer enters the Paragould police station. Aaron, like, for some odd reason, is already there. I don't really know why. That's weird. I don't think the officer knows why. Like, he was just already there, just like waiting. So the officer said that he was like by himself and figured that he was there waiting to be questioned, you know? So he begins asking about, the cop begins, or the officer begins asking Aaron, you know, about his family. Aaron said that he had heard from his family, only he hadn't heard anything from them on that specific day. So Friday he's talking about, obviously. So so he also tells the officer that his family was expected to return home later that day as well. So this gave me the impression that he kind of like played it off like not hearing from them on Friday was no big deal because I'll see them later today because they should be coming home.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a reasonable thing to put out there.
Like nothing suspicious, super casual, no biggie. And with that information, I mean, why wouldn't you? The officer said cool and left at the time. You know, more questioning didn't really seem necessary, so none were asked. Okay, so the person in Florida is saying that they haven't heard from them and stuff, but this kid, their own kid.
Anything because somebody here.
Yeah, like maybe they canceled and didn't want to tell them that they weren't coming anymore, so they're just like
couldn't reach out yet, you know.
Yeah, but according to the Sun, he's heard from them. So okay. So now with knowing that Aaron was heading home for the night, officers decided to take the opportunity to go over to the Flick's residence to investigate and see, you know, if they could figure out what the hell is going on. So when they get there, they notice that the house appears to be quiet with the exception of the garage that had actually been converted into an apartment. So the garage apartment was essentially where Aaron was staying. At this point, investigators aren't sure if there is access to the main part of the house. Even though the garage is like obviously attached to the home, that doesn't necessarily mean...
Doesn't mean you get straight through.
Yeah. So Aaron is home And, you know, he does, I think it's like, did I say this already? I think it's like 3 a.m. when this is happening.
I think you mentioned something.
Did I mention that? Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. So Aaron is home and he invites the investigators in, but doesn't have much to offer because, according to him, he hadn't heard anything else from his family, so there isn't much to tell about their whereabouts. Investigators then inquire about the main part of the house and ask Aaron, you know, like, yo, can we get in there? To which he says that the main part of the house is locked and he's unable to gain access to it. At one point, one of the cops did happen to look through a window of the main house and noticed there was what they said, like, it appeared to be some sheets on the floor. So they ask Aaron, like, what the hell is that all about? And he explained to the officers that his parents were having some remodeling done to the home. So the stuff on the floor was just a result of that. Which, again, sounds like a legit answer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you
There's
think
nothing out of the ordinary?
No, why would you think anything different? Like, I remember when we were living in, like, my parents were redoing our home, like, and it was, we were living amongst, like, a construction site. It's this, there's shit everywhere.
Yeah, it's not like it's all neat and everything. Yeah.
No, so, okay, makes sense. Because I feel like that would look like, oh, they're probably doing some painting or whatever. You know, you have all the drops and stuff. Yeah. So, police discover, you know, like, that after this, that David Flick owned a transmission shop. So they decide to head over there to see if they can gather any information on where this family could possibly be. I mean, 3 people don't just vanish into thin air, you know?
They don't?
Well, that actually also got me thinking about, how come we don't hear about alien abductions anymore? You know? Like...
It's a good question.
Because when I was thinking about just, like, vanishing, like, people just don't vanish. But then I was like, remember back in the day when people vanished? It was always like, oh, they might have been abducted by aliens. But, like, why don't we hear about that anymore?
I don't know.
Because, like, you can't really, like, debunk alien abductions, can you? It's either you believe them or you don't. Right?
Yeah, I mean, unless you could, like, be like, this person went here, here, and here. You'd be like,
What?
Well, to debunk it, like, you know.
No, I'm even further.
Just said you could, like, you really can't debunk whatever, an abduction, but, like, if you were like, yo, this person went here, here, and here, they didn't get abducted.
Oh, you mean like disprove that they were missing or disappeared, technically, like vanished at that point. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Like, you, asshole, your credit card was used at the Motel 6. Like, you weren't fucking on a spaceship. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking in terms of that. I was thinking...
Maybe they were kidnapped and you could be like, there they are on the video.
I see what you're saying.
That's
okay. Maybe people just don't believe in it anymore as they used to.
Well, it was a big thing for a little bit, like, not that long ago.
Being abducted?
No, like UFO talk and everything and shit like that.
But I feel like that's always big.
No, but it was like Congress had hearings on it and it was like major news and stuff.
Oh, I don't...
So, yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Sorry, got totally sidetracked there. It just popped in my brain. So we are at the transmission shop now. Okay. Ready? We're moving on?
Yes.
Okay. So at the transmission shop, one of David's employees lets the investigators in, and upon entering, the employee notices that there's a toolbox that looked like it had been forced open. So the dude or dudette, I'm not really sure what the employee was, but they informed the police that there was supposed to be money and a gun in that toolbox, and now it's missing. So, suspicious.
Well, that's not good.
No. So, it's now around 10 a.m., and we are still on Saturday the 14th, and an officer decides, just for, like, the hell of it, to drive past the Flick house again. And this time, the officer sees Aaron and one of his friends outside by the front entrance to the main house. So the officer pulls into the driveway and told Aaron, like, hey, you know, like, I need to know something about the family. And it basically sounds like the officer is kind of pleading with Aaron, like, look, dude, we are continuing to receive calls regarding the whereabouts. So, like, please just give us something. Like, we need something to go off of. Anything we can use, honestly, to, like, help track them down. That's what it sounds like. And Aaron tells the officer that he could tell the officer some information, but not there. Instead, he wanted to go with the officer down to City Hall to talk, which I found City Hall odd.
It could be where, like, police headquarters is.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, especially in a small town.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just figured you'd go to, like, the police station, but is that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it all, like, attached?
Yeah, because I feel like,
I know very little of this, obviously.
what was it? Garden City, their, like, City Hall had their police department and, like, one of the main firehouses all plopped attached to each other.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting. All right. So, oh yeah, and this is a super small town because, I mean, if as of today it only had 1,790, like just under 2,000, what was it in 1995? I wonder. I should have looked that up. Maybe I'll start doing that. Look it up, like, at the time, not
I
today.
feel like they probably would have mashed it all together because
Hmm.
they want to save money.
Touche.
Especially if they have their own police department.
They probably have
not
the post office
not
there,
like the
too.
county sheriff, you know?
Or, like, the courthouse. It's like
Yeah.
City Hall, the courthouse, and everything. Because I was going to say, like, Mineola, it's just the courthouse, right? It's not, there's no, like,
Yeah,
it's not everything else. It's just court.
that's just court, yeah.
So, okay. So Aaron then gets into the officer's car and they head over to City Hall. The officer did inquire one more time about gaining access into the home, but Aaron once again said no. Like, not happening, dude. So after they arrive at City Hall, Aaron asks the officer if they can go into a room so they could speak privately, which they do. They make their way into a room, and the officer mentions again about all the calls they are receiving and he needs Aaron to provide them with anything he can about his family. It is at this point Aaron shares that the family are actually in the house. The officer asks if the family was okay. Aaron then tells the officer that his family is dead and has been because he found them earlier in the week. So the officer is now wondering if, hey, if you found them earlier in the week, why hadn't he reported it? And, when this is just like the strangest response. When the officer asks this, Aaron just said that he was waiting to hear. And I don't know what that means. Like, he literally just said waiting to hear.
Waiting to hear what?
Yeah, I was waiting to hear. That's what he says. I don't know what that means. I don't even, I feel like you're answering a question that's not being asked.
I was waiting to hear.
Right?
It says so much, but says nothing at the same time.
I feel like that answers nothing. That doesn't,
It's a shit answer.
It's one of those, when in Rome, that doesn't apply here. This response doesn't apply here.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So upon hearing that the family is dead in the house, the officer then tells Aaron that they need to get into the house immediately. So Aaron tells him the outer door to the house was unlocked. However, the inner door was locked. Basically telling the officer if they want to get into the house, that's kind of their problem. And they're going to have to figure it out on their own. He's not helping at all.
Okay, we break.
Yeah. The officer then leaves Aaron at City Hall with a dispatcher and heads back over to the Flick's house. So the officer forced open a door and ended up entering through the garage apartment that Aaron had been staying in, and from there he entered the main area of the home. So there was access to the house all along, which is a little fucked up.
Lies.
When he enters the home, he finds the bodies of David, Barbara, and Andrea, who are all deceased and in advanced stages of decomposition. Each of them had been shot in the head, and reminder here, Andrea is only 11 years old.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So in the living room, there were sheets, blankets, and pillows scattered all over the floor and couch. And while looking around the house, the officer ends up pulling back one of the covers and finds blood. So he then goes through a hallway, which leads to a back room, and notices stains that appear to be more blood. The officer actually said it looked like someone had dragged a body from the couch all the way down the hallway to that back room. There was a spent .38 caliber round found on the floor, which was near a garbage can, and there was also 4 more cartridges in an open desk drawer in a bedroom that obviously was occupied by Aaron at some point. So, not really sure when the move into the apartment garage happened, but this bedroom was Aaron's at some point, making the desk obviously his as well. I also wanted to ask, since you're like the gun dude, 38 caliber, is that big? What kind of gun is that?
It's nothing too big. I'm pretty sure cops used to carry that back in the day.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing huge.
Is it like in reference?
It's not like a hand cannon or nothing.
It's so tackleberry
it's like a little bit smaller than a 9mm.
I was just gonna say tackleberry to 9mm. It's actually tinier than a 9mm.
I'm pretty sure it's just under.
Oh, okay. What's a revolver?
Those could be 38s.
Okay. Like Nate's revolver. Because that's like a little one.
That's a 22. That's even smaller.
So that's even smaller. Okay, so it's in between the 9mm and Nate's revolver.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing too crazy.
I think so.
Nothing too tiny, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Still could do fucking damage, though, if it's to your head, obviously. Yeah. Okay. I was like, yeah, I know nothing about guns, so I was like, I'm just going to ask when this comes up. So Aaron told investigators that he hated his stepdad, and he admitted to taking the gun from David's place of business. This may be the only truthful part to Aaron's claims. I don't know really honestly what to believe from his account. All I can say is what he claims happened, I don't buy for a second, and that's just my opinion. Teach their own. I don't, whatever. I just wanted to put that out there. I kind of think he's full of shit. So, on with it. He said that when David found him with the gun, David ordered Aaron into the living room to discuss the matter further. He claimed David was out of control and was telling him how Barbara, so Aaron's mom, was leaving him and how Aaron finally won the fight for his mom's affection. Aaron was tired of arguing with his stepdad and decided to just leave the home to escape the, what he said, domestic situation that was unfolding. And basically alluding to David being abusive, and I just don't know how much I believe this. There's nothing else to say that David was abusive, so I don't really...
Yeah.
And I just think the whole, dramatic scene of, you finally won your mom's affection, I don't buy that.
Sounds like crap.
Yeah, I don't buy that. So... Then Aaron claimed that when he returned, he said he noticed David sleeping on the couch. So he went to check on his mom and half-sister, and he claims that he saw both of them had been shot to death in their bedrooms. Seeing this enraged him and made him want to seek revenge on David for murdering his mom and sister, so he grabbed the gun and walked over to the couch and shot David twice. This is his account of what happened. Again...
Iffy at best.
Yeah. So instead of immediately calling the cops and reporting what happened, Aaron decided to spend the next week driving around in David's truck and partying in the apartment garage. So, totally normal.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Yeah, sure, it was just the shock. So several witnesses stated that David would absolutely never let Aaron drive his truck. So when he was seen in it, everyone thought, this is really weird. And for the week following the 8th, Aaron was seen driving David's truck to the movies with friends, taking trips to Paragould and Jonesboro, which is another town that isn't too far from Rector either, as well as just kind of just driving it around town. Like, he was using it as if it was his own truck.
Nothing suspicious about that.
So, the amount he had been driving the truck around was so unusual that everyone immediately noticed, and it made them ask, what the fuck is going on? Another weird moment happened on, I believe it was the 12th, when a friend and Aaron they were, in his truck, and she said that randomly he pulled out a gun and... at one point just randomly pulled out a gun and told her he had it in case anyone fucked with them or something to that extent. So that's another little weird encounter.
Yeah, it's an odd one.
So In addition to this, the garage apartment was bumping during this week. There were reports of numerous kids there, smoking pot and drinking, just coming and going, partying it up. And during this time, Aaron had also been using business checks that belonged to David so he could get cash, and he had also been using David's credit card to purchase a ton of shit throughout that week. So, I mean,
Idiot.
his whole admission right now to what happened is honestly looking very suspicious. Again, like, do you see why it's hard to believe his account?
Yes. Yes.
Again, I'm sure it was just the shock. So, several of the kids who had been partying at the garage apartment stated that Aaron was heard saying multiple times over the week that this was the greatest week of his life. And he was also heard, saying similar variations of this statement during the entire time they were, like, hanging out at the apartment garage having parties. It's just very apparent he is all sorts of shook up about this tragedy.
Just absolute trauma. Nothing but trauma.
Like, he's going to need some therapy after this. So it's safe to say that investigators are not buying Aaron's account, and they probably shouldn't. According to one of Barbara's friends, both her and David had previously expressed being afraid of Aaron, and this friend even recalled a time when David had said he was worried about what's going to happen. What does
that mean?
Yeah, I'm like, can't be too sure what that means. I mean, in hindsight, how do you not directly connect it to him murdering his family? But, like...
But that's in hindsight.
Like, in the moment, what's going to happen? What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Like,
exactly.
It's like a chilling statement, but also at the same time, like, not. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I just can never put myself in any of these positions because I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be in these positions. So in those moments too, like if you had like a friend telling you that about a kid, I feel like because of the way our brains operate, we wouldn't go to like him attacking them. I would take it more as like he's gonna like end up hurting himself.
Yeah.
That's how I think I would like understand that statement or like take that statement in.
Yeah, it makes sense to take it as like him about to do something dumb to himself.
Yeah, or he's gonna be like partying too much and fucking, or like he's gonna
fall off the deep end.
Yeah, or like if he has anger, say like he has anger issues, he's gonna end up like getting into a fight with somebody and hurting himself. Like I would think it'd be more along those lines, not him actually physically attacking my friends. If they were talking about their child, I would think.
I get that.
Then again, you have no idea though in these moments. Who knows? So according to one of Aaron's friends, about 6 months prior to the incident, Aaron had told a friend he had a plan to kill David. Aaron said he was going to hit David on the head with a wrench and then bury his body. Aaron then said that after he killed David, he would use his truck and then just report David missing. So, what the fuck happened to the Flick family?
Wow.
Because again, Aaron's story just is not adding up. We are going to go back to the night of the incident, which is Sunday, October 8th, and it's around now 11 p.m. Aaron asks a friend if he could get a ride to David's shop. The friend agrees and takes him there. Aaron didn't have keys to get in, so he ends up having to break into the building. Once inside, he knows there is a toolbox that should have money and a gun, so he locates it, breaks into it, and proceeds to steal a gun, a holster, some shells, and $30. Apparently, he was expecting there to be more money, but there was only $30, so he took what he could get.
Yeah.
Were you about to say you get what you get?
Yeah. I was actually going to say, the same thing.
So he then loads the gun with 5 of the shells he just stole and asks the friend to drive him to the cemetery. When they get there, he tells his friend he just needs a moment to think and gets out of the car. Only a little time ends up passing. Like he wasn't like hanging out there all night. It was a short period of time passes before he makes his way back to the car. And then his friend and him essentially just return home to the friend's house. At some point, though, while at the cemetery, Aaron also had his friend throw the holster out the window because Aaron thought wearing it with the gun made the gun too bulky. So basically, he didn't see a use for it and just had his friend get rid of it right there.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if there was more like malicious intent to that or if it was more like fuck this thing. Like, why did I even take it? Like, I feel like if he knew it was already bulky beforehand, he would have just left it in the toolbox. So that's why I don't know.
Random.
Yeah, I don't know if there was that much forethought to that. If it was more just like, this is useless, just get rid of it. Like how, like back in the day, people would just like throw things out their car windows, like littering it because it was like garbage. You just throw it out the window.
Back in the day, it didn't matter.
No, it did not. So it would also come out later that while being escorted to one of his hearings on October 27th, by the Rector Chief of Police, Aaron inquired about if the gun had been found or not. And when, he was told it hadn't, Aaron then, at free will, gave up the location of the holster and told the chief that he could show him where it was, to which the chief listened to the information and then with another officer went to the cemetery and stated that he found the holster in the exact spot Aaron said it would be in.
That's crazy.
I think it's crazy that the gun was never found.
Yeah.
Because he had it on the 12th.
That's fucking nuts.
I'm wondering when he got rid of it. I mean, they did question him on technically the 14th Saturday morning, which was like Friday night, the 13th. So I'm assuming he had to have gotten rid of that shit, because they then went to his house on Saturday morning at like 3 a.m. So I'm like, did he get rid of it after they went to the house? Did he, did he get rid of it when he first got home and then I'm just wondering where it is.
Yeah.
Because it's the gun was not recovered. Which that is insane, especially because 17-year-old kid, wearing.
Usually not that good.
No.
Usually not.
There are more seasoned criminals that don't, shit gets found.
Yeah.
So that's what I find crazy. So I'm wondering where it is, and who knows? You never know. These days, things could pop up at any time. If you threw it off the side of the road or something and then a development goes in, they could find that shit. Pretty crazy.
Or they've already buried it under the foundation somewhere.
That too. And it's lost forever. You never know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was crazy that the gun wasn't recovered. I would think he wouldn't have put any forethought into that, and it would just be in the room.
Or it'd be right with the holster.
Yeah. I'm just going to go back to the cemetery and get rid of it.
Dump it somewhere simple.
Yeah. So according to the friend, after getting back to his house at some point, Aaron eventually just walked home, and he didn't see or hear from him until the following day at school, when he noticed that Aaron had been driving David's truck and continued driving it without issue for the next week, while also holding several parties at his house, but only in the garage apartment. The main house from this day on would remain off limits. When asked by neighbors where his family was, Aaron told them they were in Florida, and technically they were supposed to be. So that's a logical answer.
Yeah.
Because also you're 17. If it's why didn't you go? Oh, I have homecoming, so or I have a test I have to I can't. You could eat. It's not.
Work your way out of that.
Yeah, it's not uncommon
for some time.
For the older sibling to not go. That's very common. So the thing was, though, they weren't in Florida. They obviously were dead in the house that Aaron so cleverly said he couldn't gain access to, because after he walked home that night on the 8th, he entered the home and shot Barbara, David, and again, 11-year-old, I have to stress that, 11-year-old Andrea in the head, and spent the next week acting as if nothing had happened. After the investigators found the bodies, they then searched David's truck, which was parked in the driveway. In the truck, they discovered bloody clothes as well as a pillow that had what appeared to be a gunshot hole in it. Aaron was ambiguous about his remembrance of what occurred and whether or not he could have done it, is what he said.
What?
Yeah. Obviously, he was arrested and charged with the murder of his family. During the trial, his defense, which in my opinion is just absurd, but it was that David and Barbara slept in different rooms, making it clear that she was having an affair. And when David found some sex paraphernalia, it led to an argument that got out of hand, and he ended up shooting Barbara and Andrea and then shot himself. They backed this claim up with a photo of the supposed sex paraphernalia that was discovered at David's shop. Personally, I don't understand if it was hers. Why did he have it at his shop?
Doesn't make any sense.
Right? So this is why I think
doesn't make any sense.
Absurd. Is that not the correct word? So the defense claimed that this whole incident went down while Aaron had left the house, and by the time he returned, they were all dead, and when Aaron thought David was sleeping on the couch, he was actually already dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And when Aaron had shot David, he was technically shooting an already deceased man. The defense said there was no evidence showing premeditation, and the evidence doesn't exclude the theory that David committed suicide after shooting Barbara and Andrea. And I'll only say this. When it comes to shit like this, it's like with Casey Anthony. You just have to create reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how ridiculous, how much of
it's something.
Yeah, how much of a lie it is, it does not matter. As long as you can plant that seed and keep that lingering, that's all you need to do. You don't have to have any validity to any claim. Which is so fucked. It's so fucked.
But it just shows. You're not guilty. Hey, there's doubt.
So, I guess. So the jury didn't buy these claims, and instead they strongly felt that evidence pointed to the fact that Aaron, for whatever reason, murdered his family and without remorse went on living his life until he couldn't hide it any longer. They felt he went one by one and killed them by shooting each of them in their heads, which told them it was deliberate and premeditated, and they felt that there was sufficient evidence to support this. Based on this, the jury found 17-year-old Aaron guilty of all 3 murders, and he was sentenced to life without parole. But in true fashion, with all cases like this that occurred before the Supreme Court's 2012 ruling on minors receiving life sentences as unconstitutional, Aaron's case would go up for review, and in 2015, he was granted a new sentencing hearing. This time around, the jury felt that a minimum of 30 years was more appropriate, and considering at this point he had already served 20 years, it was looking like Aaron Flick, who now goes by Aaron Hodge, could be released from prison in just 10 years.
That's crazy.
Which brings us up to 2025, when it was announced that Aaron Hodge would be released from prison back into the Rector community. Upon hearing this, there was obvious concerns from those residing in the area, as well as those who had loved ones who lived there. One neighbor who lived in Rector and knew the Flick family stated that the decision to release Aaron didn't sit right with him, and that he was very concerned because if Aaron is crazy enough to do this to his family, he could do it to just about anybody. A woman who has family living in the Rector area felt it was definitely a safety concern because after committing such a heinous crime and then spending as much time as he did in prison, for her it was more of a question of Aaron's mental state and whether it had improved or potentially gotten worse, which I think is a very fair question.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be in prison, especially starting at 17. Like, you went in, like, 95, 96.
Yeah, you went in as a kid.
Like, so, what was I in, like, 6th grade then? So much has changed since then. So much.
You're coming out to a whole, like, a legit different world.
It's
in every way.
Yeah, nothing is even remotely the same. Like, people don't even have landlines anymore with answering machines. Like, that's just even, like, the littlest thing.
Oh, my God. You don't even know what that is.
For those of you who don't know. But no, right? Like, that's a crazy thought. Like, something so simple like that. Like, couldn't you see him, like, walking into a place and being like, where's the phone?
Yeah.
Like, like that to me is crazy. So simple.
Yeah.
And an everyday thing. Like, So the police's response to the community's concern was, quote, "We're going to patrol. We're going to watch our citizens, protect our community, and if there is a problem, we will respond. If charges are to be made, we will charge," end quote. I feel like you can only do so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how comforting that really is, though. I get it. You can't really do much, you know.
You're just saying, hey, we'll look out, but
Like, we're keeping an eye out, but like that doesn't help after the person's dead. I'm just saying. Not to say that's gonna happen. That's it. So yeah, as of October 21st, 2025, only a few months ago, Aaron Hodge was released from the Arkansas Department of Corrections and is now a free man. Pretty crazy.
That's insane.
He's just walking around out there, buying milk,
doing his thing,
and cheese. Yeah, pretty crazy.
It's nuts.
The only thing you can hope for is that it worked.
Yeah.
There's no such, like, I'm not here to say that rehabilitation isn't, you know. Hopefully he is rehabilitated. Hopefully he is apologetic for his crime and realizes what he lost, and he just wants to now be a part of, you know, a contributing person to society.
Yeah.
So
hope.
it's the only thing you can hope for. Only thing you can hope for. And that, everyone, was how the Flick family was murdered. Absolutely terrible. Terrible.
That is horrible.
God. So with that, you know what that means. It is now time for our shithead of the week. Adam, who do you have for us?
This dude Marcus, who was 31.
Marcus.
This is back in February 21 up in Spokane County, Washington. Check this out. So at like 10:30, 10:45, a call comes in. A 16-year-old girl got carjacked.
Oh, 16. You know it's not even her car.
Gets carjacked, whatever. Patrol officer, hours later, around 1 o'clock, sees the car, pulls the guy over.
No way.
Hey, you're fucked, right? So he gets like $15,000 bail on a couple of felony charges or whatever for the carjacking and stuff.
Yeah.
And now that the carjacking happened around 10:30, 10:45. Okay?
PM, you said, right?
PM.
At night? Okay.
Yeah. You know what happened roughly around 10 p.m. that night?
Oh, no. What happened?
That dude was released from the county fucking jail on other felony charges.
This
motherfucker, 30 minutes later, went out and supposedly committed a carjack.
So he basically got out of jail and was like, I need a ride. Oh, that girl's car looks good, and just took her car.
Like a half hour later, carjacked someone, and then fucking like 5 hours later, it's a right back.
What a fucking idiot. Oh my God. Is all of his other charges probably like robberies and stuff? Like,
so.
What an idiot.
Now that is a piece of shit.
Yes. Yes.
That's good stuff.
That's almost as dumb as what my former friend did when he robbed the bank across the street from where he lives twice. He got away with it the first time. The second time, they literally watched him run home. So when the cops came, they were like, "He lives there.
Across the street.
He lives there."
Good God.
And then he got arrested. Like, that's almost as bad. Like, you're an idiot.
Moron.
You couldn't even wait 30 minutes. You couldn't give it an hour.
Couldn't even get a pizza.
Like, what the fuck?
Come on, man. 30 minutes. That's all it took.
What a dumbass.
Some people are just pieces of shit.
Oh, God. That ain't that the damn truth. Oh, all right. So.
Which actually, hang on, because then there was another thing that popped up from 2021 from DC when there was 4 carjackings in roughly an hour. The first 3 were failures, right? The first guy, like, they just took off. Second person just took off. Third person the two that were trying to carjack
Yeah.
ended up running away. The fourth one they got. You want to know something even crazier? It was a 12-year-old.
Driving?
One of the carjackers was a fucking 12-year-old.
Oh, one of the carjackers was a 12-year-old. What the fuck is wrong with... Oh, God. We need help.
2021 was crazy.
Oh, my God. Society needs help. We all need help. I don't know in what form, what fashion, but we need help. That's a cry for help.
Stop carjacking people.
So on that note, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And really quick, thank you to everyone who has left nice and encouraging comments. We keep forgetting to say thank you. We apologize for this delay.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Life definitely gets a bit chaotic around these pots, but we truly can't thank you enough. For anybody else, if you have enjoyed hanging out with us, please rate and review us, as well as follow us on whatever platform you're listening on. And please tell your friends to check us out. Word of mouth does wonders. But honestly, thank you. And until next time, we'll see ya.
Peace.
Are you saying bye?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you saying bye?
I don't know where I just went. Goodbye.
Bye.